Good day, YouTube. I have another Pokemon Black and White Wi-Fi battle. This is a very, very, very long battle, so please, if you can stay until the end, please do. I've always wanted to use this Pokemon, but never really got the chance to, so I'm just going to lead out with it. Get the Stab Tail Slap off on his incoming Darmanitan. Does a decent chunk, over half, which is very good. I know that this guy can just wreck me in one hit, but you know, I just really wanted to get to see how much damage I could do, and there you go. So after that, he is left with red health, so I'm just gonna go for the fake out. He predicts that goes into his Aerodactyl to resist it since it is rock. My Ambipom only has fake out in last resort, so it's both stab and very, very strong. So you can see how much damage that Fako did. That is not very effective, and it still did a decent chunk, especially for Ambipom. So that he uses Earthquake, does a bit over half, and after Life Orb, I'm down to yellow. And I do get that last resort off, and he's still left with a little bit above a half, which is good for him. He decides to roost up because he knows that he can just stall me out, and so I switch into my Bravery and he taunts me, but after that I need to switch out and go into my wall, which is my Porygon 2 with Eviolite. He uses his Stab Stone Edge, does a pretty good chunk considering Aerodactyl is pretty strong in that sense. He switches he switches into his Gallade, fearing the 4x weakness to ice. He goes into his Stab Close Combat, almost kills me, but not quite. Porygon 2 is freaking awesome with his Eviolite, like almost 500 defense and special defense or something like that. It's just so boss. And we all know how strong Gallade is, right? It's got almost the strongest physical attack, and with a Stab Close Combat, that Porygon 2 is such a boss. I do get the Paralyzed on Gallade, and you'll see why this is so great. He actually gets paralyzed so many times in this battle. It's unbelievable, and I think this is already his second paralysis twice in a row or something like that. So yeah, I switch into my Bravery, he switches into his Gyarados. And I forgot that this guy had Defiant, and I'm guessing my friend forgot too, because I actually get a +2 attack from his Intimidate. And so I do get like a free Sword Dance pretty much. I go into my stabbed Crush Claw, which does drop his defense because it has a 50% chance of doing that. Bravery is pretty sick. So yeah, after that I can easily 2-hit KO, and that's exactly what I do. Second Crush Claw takes out his Gyarados, and now I'm looking pretty good with a +2 attack and a +1 defense. So I know I can live a rock throw or whatever, rock slide, sorry. And I'm gonna take him out with a Crush Claw. I could have switched out, I probably should have, but I thought I could outspeed, because this guy is EV'd in speed, max speed. So now he brings in his Gengar, goes for the Focus Blast. Knew that was coming for sure, but you know, it's very unreliable. So maybe he might have missed. I could easily taken him out, or at least done some damage to him. So anyways, I switch into my Lucario, my special attacker, and just use a safe Dark Pulse. He predicts that goes into his Aerodactyl. I don't do anything to it, like absolutely nothing. So I switch into my Roserade, take that Earthquake from Aerodactyl. Not very well though, I mean half health. I thought I did resist it, but I forgot that I am poisoned as well, so it's just neutral damage. So I get the Leech Seed off, want to heal. I need a heal right now. So I'm just gonna, right now, my thought process was keep using spam Giga Drain, hope to get some extra life back from that, and drain him with using Leech Seed. So he's done with that. Doesn't want to take the residual Leech Seed damage. So I just what do I do here? I think I just yeah, I just Giga Drained. Got some extra health back, so I'm sitting at over half, 2/3 health, which is very nice. I go into my Leech Seed, misses, and he gets paralyzed again. Oh man, this is ridiculous how many times this Gallade gets paralyzed. So he switches into his Breloom. He knows I'm going to Leech Seed him, so he's just Leech Seed won't do anything to him. Right now, I don't know why I used Giga Drain. I should have used my Poison attack because I really thought Breloom was Poison fighting, not Grass fighting. I totally forgot. So I do clue in here and do use the Venoshock. And if I did that on the first time, I probably would have taken him out and I wouldn't have need to deal with his stupid Breloom, and this battle would have been a lot easier. But he gets the Spore off, and after my Black Sludge, I'm at full HP, which is very nice. So after that, I'm just gonna switch into my Ambipom to take whatever he can throw at me. But he does go into a substitute, probably gonna stat boost or something. Get the Fake off, do break his sub, which is very nice. And after Life Orb, I'm at 139 HP, and I'm gonna take that Focus Punch in the face and die. But that's okay because I do have a plan. I didn't really execute it that well though. So I'd go into my Lucario with the safe Aura Sphere. Don't take him out, but he is sitting at very, very, very low HP. I think he's thinking that I would stat boost or something, so he does use that Focus Punch in case I did, and he would have killed me. So that was, I guess, a really good prediction on him. If I did do that, but no, I just take him out. So now I go back into my Roserade to take the Earthquake once again. Deja Vu, I'm probably just gonna use Leech Seed or Taunt or something. Or no, not Taunt, Leech Seed or Toxic him. But he does Taunt, and it does work on me because I wanted to set up. So take a second Earthquake, and then go and use Giga Drain, get some health back. So now Aerodactyl is sitting at pretty healthy HP right now, green. Yeah, so he's just spamming his Earthquake. I'm just taking it and using Giga Drain, gain that HP back, which is very good. And now he roosts up, forgetting that Roost disables the Flying type for the next turn. And so my Giga Drain will actually be super effective, and I will recover all of that health back, and most likely hoping to take out his Aerodactyl. Unfortunately, that's not the case. He does live, but I do get a ton of HP back, which is really, really good. So now I can go into finish him off with Giga Drain, but he switches into his Gallade. So right now I'm like, I can just take this time to set up my spikes. But it proves the Toxic Spikes that it doesn't really do anything in this battle because it doesn't poison anyone. Because first of all, Gallade is already statused. His Gengar has Levitate, and what was the other one? His Aerodactyl is unaffected by it as well. So my 2 layers of spike damage actually just pretty much is a waste of 2 turns. I could have done something a lot better than that, but whatever. So I switch into my new Lucario to take his trick, and he actually tricks me Choice Specs, which is, it's not bad, but it's actually pretty good. Because my Lucario is a special attacker, so it will do a lot of damage now. I do use the Dark Pulse. Gallade takes it like a boss because he is especially defensively bulky. Switching to my Roserade, take whatever he can throw at me because I resist his attack. Yeah, so Gallade is still paralyzed. Getting paralyzed like here and there pretty much. the entire battle. This is a pretty haxy battle for me, and I still, it was just a pretty tough battle in the end. So he does switch into his Gengar. He can wall pretty much everything I can do because I only carry grass and poison type moves, and Gengar is poison, so he will resist both. And so right now I'm thinking all I can do is Leech Seed, drain him, and that's pretty much how I can. That's the only way I can take him out. So right there, get the Leech Seed off, switching to my Porygon 2, take whatever he will throw at me, which is most likely Shadow Ball. Nice prediction. Porygon is unaffected, so now I'm going to switch back, I believe, and take his incoming Focus Blast. Oh, sorry, no, he just switches out, so that's okay. Oh yeah, sorry, he was fearing the other Thunder Wave, so he just switches back into his Gallade, and obviously he's unaffected. So I missed my Thunder, but obviously he is going to get paralyzed because that's just the way my Porygon rolls, and that's just the way his Gallade rolls when he is paralyzed. So he gets paralyzed twice in a row. Oh boy, that's pretty awful. Pretty awful haxy battle right here. So the third time he will get the close combat off, and my Roserade will die due to a crit. I did deserve that crit for sure because he's been getting a lot of paralysis, and yeah, so that crit did matter, but it's okay. I will let that go. Switching to my Lucario, didn't want to go for the Aura Sphere in case he wanted to switch into his Gengar, and my Dark Pulse will do quite a bit of damage, but he will take me out with a one-hit KO, close combat, to take out my Lucario, and now he is at -2, I believe, defenses. So my incoming Porygon, I know I can outspeed him, so I will just use the Ice Beam. He does not want to die, so he goes into his Gengar, and seeing how much this Ice Beam will do, it looks to be a 3-hit KO if I'm lucky. Hoping for the miss of the Focus Blast, but does not happen. If he did miss, I probably, I don't know if I could have won, but it would have been a lot closer than it is, because I would have taken on his Gengar, and then Gallade, I could outspeed him. He probably would have been paralyzed at least once, knowing him. But he does get the second Focus Blast off, and that will be game. And yeah, that was a pretty intense battle, very long battle. I think this was like a 45-minute battle. But thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you next time.